Time, a great win for the Lions this afternoon.
Yeah, brilliant performance. I thought, we did exactly what we set out to do. I thought it was a bit scrappy in that first half. Penalties and errors were killing us, and I think it went penalty, error, score for them, for North Wales, and we talked about fixing that up. But I just thought in that second half we executed our game plan. Was far more sort of strategic with our game plan. We sort of picked the right options, when to play, when not to play. I thought there was some really good defensive reads in that second half as well. I thought Frankie Sargent, he did some reads there in defence where he come up and shut the ball. I just said to him in the change rooms, I said, they're game changers, they're the things that win your games. That's why I've got to be switched on for the full 80 minutes. But yeah, really happy. We asked for performance this week, and we got it. We got a response. It's never nice when you don't play too well and you lose, which we have done over the last couple of weeks. But to get a win, against against North Wales Crusaders, are a really, really good team. I think, they're one of the smartest football teams in this division. I think they've got some really good ball players to sort of, give them their first defeat of the season. I'm really proud of. But, they came to play today, and I thought they did some smart stuff. I just thought we defended like our life depended on it at times, and we just forced them into a few errors.
We went in behind at half time. What was the message there? Because obviously, again, you've talked about a reaction already from the team generally, but the second half we came out and really took control.
It would just have belief in your game plan and your structure. What we'd practiced all week, because we were doing it in certain patches in that first half, but we weren't clinical enough. I told them to fix the errors up, fix the penalties up, which they did in the second half. But just have some belief in yourself, have some belief. I said to them at half time, we've been in very similar situations this season where we've come from behind, and that we needed to have the belief that we can do a job on North Wales today. And I thought when they went out, they did show some belief. And again, there was just some really good play. I thought Will Roberts was outstanding. I thought Jack Stevens had a really good game for his first one of the season. I thought George Roby added some really good impact for us and dominated around that middle. So some really good performances from some individuals. I think collectively as a team, we showed some really good glimpses of what we can do as a collective, really, throughout the season.
And you spoke there about the belief and response in the team that extended to the terraces. Some fantastic support this afternoon, a great atmosphere.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's always nice when you win and you see the fans with the smiles on the faces, and that's one of the reasons that we do it. We do speak about the support that we get from people at Swinton, and we don't want to sort of ruin people's weekends with poor performances. And we didn't really speak about necessarily getting a result this week. Sort of put that to one side. We talked about getting a performance, and generally when you can give a performance and play to your best, you can get a result, and that's what we wanted to do today. We wanted to get a result. So because the belief has been building over the year, but I think over the last few weeks it's probably just dropped a little bit. So hopefully again that's put some belief. They're a young team, very, very young team, and we've got a special group of players here, and I shook every single squad player's hand today, because everybody contributed to that win. Even if you didn't take to the field, in training, what you do in the gym, what you contribute to your video session, everybody contributes to that win, and we've got a really, really special group of players, and we've also got some talented individuals as well. And I'm really proud of what they've dished up there. I think and they should be proud of themselves, and they should enjoy their evening, because it's a good win against a very, very good North Wales side, that very well coached by Carl Forster. And I just think that we can be proud of what we've done today.
And now, because of quirks of the fixture list, a few weeks before we take the field again.
Yeah, it's just the way that the season pans out. Cornwall drop out, which means with no game in the middle of this break, which was scheduled for. So you know, we'll give the lads a couple of days off now, and we've asked them to freshen up, and you know, physically and mentally. So what we'll do is we'll come in, you know, at the back end of the week and start training again. And we can turn the gas up a little bit in some of our training sessions because we'll need to, because we've not got a game. So you know, yeah, the lads they'll be working hard, but you know, we'll keep working on. I think we've found a formula today of how we play at our best. I think we've shown it at the beginning of the season, went away from it a little bit, and we've shown it again today. So what we'll be doing in training is just fine tuning that formula that has been working for us, and hopefully we can, you know, keep grabbing wins, because you know, it wasn't probably not expected from this team. I know Swinton, you know, come down last season, and sometimes when you come down, you're expected to go straight back up, but it's an absolute full rebuild. So from where we're at, from where we started in November, I think we should be extremely proud and pleased where we are as a team. So we just keep building on that and keep getting better.
And no Lions game, as we've discussed, next week, but still a big day for the club, a great weekend. The Lionesses in the Challenge Shield final at Featherstone against Salford.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, the Lionesses have done really well. You know, they keep knocking those wins off, and yeah, it's a great achievement for, you know, what they've rebuilt a team, and I think it shows, you know, when you put the effort in, you know, and you've got really committed people and players behind you, what you can achieve. So yeah, we'll be down there next week supporting them with our free weekend, and hopefully we can bring some silverware, you know, to the Swinton Lions. And yeah, hopefully we can all get behind them and cheer them on, because you know they're doing really well this season. And again, they're another group of people who should be really proud of what they've achieved in such a short amount of time.
Thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.
Cheers, Paul.
Thank you.